na natin, no, video.
Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Granny.
Hello.
Have you done your homework?
Adam.
For a general strike.
Ready or not?
Here it comes.
Violent clashes with live ammunition against.
Deserve to get shot.
Have a nice day. Bye, Mum.
Airstrikes on rebel position.
We are going to stay.
What's happening?
Go.
Heavy fighting in Richmond.
Dad, where are we?
Rebel forces advance.
Daddy!
Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, darling.
Okay. So, dun sa video, no, every time na pinapanood ko yan, yung video na yan, parang merong kurot sa puso ko na, yes, that is currently happening in the world. Yan po ang reality ng buhay natin. Religion, okay, religion has the most difficult relationship with globalism. Okay, bakit natin nasabi na meron siyang difficult relationship? Because these two ideas, the religion and globalization, has contrasting belief system in the world, no? Magkaiba sila. Okay, kunwari, itong religion, they follow sacred things, they follow divine commandments and rules. Unlike the globalization or globalism, they value material things in this world, or they abide human-made laws. No? So, the religion is concerned with ascetic life. Meaning of ascetic life, avoid anything material for simplicity. No? The way they eat, the way they talk, dapat simple lang po. And they believe in salvation. They believe in heaven and hell. No? Kaya sila nasa religion because meron of assurance of the salvation. Unlike in globalism, they are less concerned with the heaven and hell, but their concern is about profit, about trade, about protection of the allies. Okay, so that is the focus of globalism. So the religion is concerned in spreading of ideas, specifically holy ideas. Okay, while the globalism is concerned in spreading goods and services. Okay, the religious people, they aspire to become saint, unlike the under the globalism. Okay, yung mga tao dyan, no, they aspire to become businessman, to become business tycoon, to become the richest man in the world, like Jeff Bezos, like Mark Zuckerberg, etc. No? So those are the differences of globalism and religion. They have contrast ideas and belief system in the world. Kaya meron silang difficult relationship. So now the question is, what is the relation of globalization to religion if they have conflict relationship? No? So what is the relation of globalization to religion? So there is a way in which globalization flattens out cultural differences, erodes local customs and belief, and spread a secular way of life. When we say secular way of life, ito yung capitalist way of life. Kumbaga, nakafocus lang sa mga material things ang mga sangkatauhan. Okay? So, religion as the source of globalization or globalization resistance, no? They are the opposition of globalization. Itong religion. So, the relationship of religion is antagonistic. One is always on struggle and conflict. Okay, so that is the relationship of globalization to religion. They are antagonistic. So, what are the largest religion in the world? Okay, by population. So, tawag dito, who among the religion has the most follower, okay, for about 2021. So about 85% of the world's people identify with religion. Ibig sabihin, sa buong mundo, 85% ng tao naniniwala pa rin sa religion. Yung remaining 15%, they do not believe now in religion. Okay, so the most popular religion in the world is Christianity. They have 2.38 billion followers as of 2020, and to be followed by Islam, which have 1.91 billion followers. And then the Hinduism, 1.16 billion. And then Buddhism, 507 million. And then yung folk religion na yan, 430 million. When I say folk religion, these are the religions of the different indigenous people or different tribes in different parts of the world. Kunwari sa Africa, yung mga religion ng mga tribes sa Africa, kasama sa folk religion. Okay? And then yung other religions, 61 million. Itong other religions, ito yung mga lesser religion na meron tayo, like tawag dito, like Jainism, Sikhism, Confucianism, Legalism, Taoism, no? Other religion yan. Shintoism, yan, dyan nakabilang yan. And then Judaism, 14.6 million. And then interestingly, there are 1.9 billion that are not unaffiliated or hindi nila binibilang ang sarili nila na parte ng isang religion. So dumadami na yung mga unaffiliated people. Okay? So if para mas makita natin in a graphical representation, no? So ganyan po ang itsura ng graph ng population ng mga may religion sa buong mundo, and then ito nasa gilid, ito yung mga unaffiliated. Okay, so nangunguna pa rin talaga ang Christianity. So tawag dito, yung mga Muslim, no, projected to be the fastest growing major religious group. Estimatedly, around 2050, mauunahan na ng mga Muslim ang Christian sa pinakamadaming followers. Okay? So, yun, mga Muslim. Mabilis silang dumami. Okay. And this is the map that presented the different locations of major religions in the world. So, yan. Tignan nyo na lang yung tawag dyan, yung kung saan nabibilang yung mga gusto nyong hanapin na religion. Kunyari, yung Protestantism, yung kulay orange, yung ganyan. Local religion, o yung folk religion, yan, kulay blue. Okay, yan. So, kalat-kalat po sila. Okay. And next one, when did the globalization started to influence religion? Kailan nga ba talaga nagkaroon ng relationship tong si globalization kay religion? So, ang sagot po natin ay age of discovery. Okay, these were the time where globalization or where the religion was used by globalization. For example, no, kung babalikan natin yung tinatawag natin na colonization of Spain in the Philippines, no, because of this colonization, it brought the religion to us. So, evolving trade route led to colonization of Asia, Africa, and Central America. Okay, by the Europeans. So, kung makikita nyo yung mga taga-Europe, no? Dahil nga sinaraduhan na sila dito sa sa may bandang Middle East, sinarado na yan ng mga tawag ng mga Muslim, hindi na sila dyan pinadaan. Naghanap sila tuloy ng bagong ruta para makipagkalakalan sa Asia. So, kakahanap nila ng panibagong ruta, nakahanap sila ng mga bagong tuklas na isla. Katulad kunwari, no, si Christopher Columbus nang mapuntahan niya ang Amerika noong 1492, no? So with the discovery of the new trade route, doon na rin mag-start yung colonization. And doon na rin mag-start yung globalization itself. Along with the globalization, no, kasama nila yung religion. Kaya nga, 'di ba, if we will going to go back with the Philippine history that we have, what is the objectives of the colonization in the Philippines, no? Ano yung objectives nila? May nakakaalala ba? May nakakaalala ba sa 3G? Okay. Ano kaya yung 3G na yan? May nakakaalala ba? Sa Philippine history nyo, no? Ano kaya yung 3G na tinatawag? That was the reason kung bakit sila nanakop, no? Yung 3G. Ano yung 3G na yon? Ayun, may nakaalala na. Sige, si Agravante.
Yun po ba sir yung God, glory, and gold?
Okay, perfect. Correct. Okay, God, gold, and glory. That is the main reason of colonization, no? Una, God, to spread the Christianity. Okay, kaya nga 'di ba yung Christianity nakaabot dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya nga nagkaroon tayo ng pinakaunang misa sa Limasawa. And kaya nga tayo ngayon, March 31, 2021, nagkaroon na tayo ng 500 years ng Catholicism in the Philippines. Because of that, God, okay, quincentennial year na po ng Christianity in the Philippines. 500 years na sila. So, ganun katagal. Hanggang ngayon, dala-dala pa rin natin yan, no? Pangalawa, gold, okay, yung wealth ng iba't ibang mga nations, no? Makamkam nila yung mga iba't ibang spices, iba't ibang natural resources, wealth, yung gold. And yung glory, para kung sino ba ang magiging matanyag sa Spain versus Portugal during that time, no? Glory. So, God, gold, and glory. So, that's the 3G. And may kita nyo, one of the main objective talaga is to spread Christianity. Religion pa din. So si globalization talaga at the early time of our history, related na si religion sa kanya. Okay? So, okay, now, what are the impacts of globalization to our society? So, number one, it flattens cultural difference. Sounds subtle, but have you heard the quote, unity in diversity? No? So, ganun ang ginagawa ni globalization. Even though na meron tayong differences, nafa-flatten siya. Nagkakaroon tayo ng unity in diversity because of globalization. Number two, it erodes local custom and belief. O yung mga maliliit na culture natin, nawawala, nado-dominate siya ng mga mas malalaking kultura. Kunwari, yung K-pop, yan, na mas nagdo-dominate tuloy sila ngayon sa panahon natin, no? Number three, spread secular way of life. So, dito na sila magkakatalo ni religion. Kasi si religion, hindi secular way of life ang pinapalaganap niya. Ano ba pinapalaganap ni religion? Ascetic way of life. Ibig sabihin ng ascetic way of life, simpleng pamumuhay lamang. Unlike si globalization, ang ini-spread niya ay secular way of life. Another term ng secular way of life ay capitalist way of life. Okay, when we say capitalist way of life, tayo yung gusto natin yung consume tayo ng consume, bili tayo ng bili. Okay, we are concerned in material things, sa mga bagay na na material, yun yung pinaka-purpose or gusto nating ma-consume, no? So, doon nagkakaroon ng conflict ngayon si globalization and religion. So, tandaan nyo guys, religion plays a role in many major conflict going on. Kanina, yung pinanood ko sa inyo na video, nakita nyo doon sa Syria, no? Dahil because of the ISIS, so Islam pa rin yun, religion pa rin, no? Nagkakaroon tuloy ng conflict doon sa Middle East. Okay? So, hindi naman natin ini-stereotype yung pag Muslims, terrorist, no. Hindi natin i-stereotype yun, ha? Pero binibigyan lang natin na example, no? So, religion plays a role in many major conflict going on. Okay? So, tandaan nyo na napakalaki ng ambag kasi ni religion sa mga conflict na nagaganap kahit nung unang panahon pa lamang. Okay? Tandaan nyo, si religion, meron siyang role in people's life. Okay? It is the major way how the people connect with other person around the world, no? Through the religion. Nagkakaroon kasi tayo ng sense of belongingness, nagkakaroon tayo ng community through the religion, and religion provides a moral compass explaining how we should act in various life situations, and especially how we treat each other. And it provides a guidance on how to view the world and interact with it. Okay? So, yeah. So, now, the question is, what is the role of religion in promoting the world peace? Okay, ano ang role ni religion? The moral principle and values contained in the teaching of great religious teachers are essential factors for reduction and ultimate eradication of greed, hatred, delusion, which form the root cause of various conflicts and wars. So yung highlighted words natin dyan, greed, hatred, and delusion, those are the recipes of war. Okay? Within oneself, these three recipes of war brings about greed and unrest in the mind of each individual, resulting in physical outbursts of violence culminating in global warfare. So, the fact that the war begins in the minds of the people, so doon din dapat natin siya mariresolve sa mind din. Okay, so historically speaking, may kita nyo si religion, no, may mga conflict na talaga na ang dahilan because of religion. Kunyari, yung crusade. It is the battle between Christianity and Islam, no, sa pag-aano nila, no, para ma-conquer yung Jerusalem, no. Yung crusade. Itong Inquisition, no, ito naman yung pine-persecute lahat ng mga Protestant, no, lahat ng mga hindi naniniwala sa Catholicism during medieval age and Renaissance, no. So, Inquisition, no? Hanggang ngayon, no, pati yung Arab-Israeli War, kung saan kinira ng mga Arabian countries yung Israel noong 1948, 1960, and up until now, no, makikita nyo, nag-aaway pa rin ang mga Palestinian versus Israel diyan sa, ano, no, sa Israel, no, nag-aaway pa rin sila between sino nga ba talaga ang tawag ang mamumuno sa Israel between yung mga Jew ba o yung mga Palestinians. Okay? So, ngayon din, no, makikita nyo yung Indo-Pakistan War or yung India and Pakistan, no? Kung napanood nyo yung video ng bata na yung sinasabi niya, I want to be an army to destroy India, di ba? Sabi nung ano, di ba? Brave army, wow, great, di ba? So, makita nyo, sounds satirical, but it is currently happening na hanggang ngayon meron pa ring awayan, meron pa ring tunggalian si Pakistan at si India because of religion. India kasi Hinduism, Pakistan kasi Islam. So hanggang ngayon meron pa rin silang conflict because of religion. Lalo na ito, no, the most devastating tawag dito, terror attack in the world. No, makikita nyo, this is the major culmination of terrorism in the modern history. No? Itong tinatawag natin na 9/11 bombing, kung saan, di ba, ang Twin Towers sa New York ay binomba because of what? Andiyan pa rin kasi yung religion. No? Ayaw ng mga extremists na tawag doon na nangingialam ang Amerika, no, masyado kasing si Amerika masyadong ini-implement ang globalization, 'di ba? Ini-implement yung globalization pagdating sa pagbebenta ng mga armas, 'di ba? Pagdating sa mga intelligence, pagdating sa information, no? So, makikita nyo si itong mga extremist Islamist group, no? Gumagawa tuloy sila ng way para pigilan 'yon yung ginagawa ng Amerika. So, nakikita nyo the fact that the war begins in the minds of the people, it is well recognized by many peace-loving organizations like UNESCO that the solution is on the mind of people itself din, no? So, makikita nyo, war begins in mind. So, the preamble of UNESCO stated that since war begins in the minds of men, it is in the minds of men that defenses of peace must be constructed. So, kung yung isang tao gusto niya magkaroon ng peace of mind, yung tao na yun ay dapat mag-construct ng defense of peace sa kanyang utak. Kunwari, no, sa Facebook, may mga nakikita kang mga toxic na post. Anong ginagawa mo? It's either you block the person or you remove those toxic posts na nakikita mo, no? Ina-unblock or i-mute mo sila para hindi mo sila makita, no? Dinidisconnect mo yung sarili mo, you set boundaries. Kumbaga, hindi man appropriate sa topic, sa discussion natin, no? Kumbaga, yung term na I don't give a shit, no? Ganun yung ginagawa mo. Kasi ikaw mismo ang nakaka-control nun. Sa utak mo mismo nagmumula kasi yun. Kung gusto mo magkaroon ng peace, ikaw mismo ang magko-construct sa utak mo nun. Okay? So, ayun, the world cannot have peace until nations and people begin to reduce their selfish desires for more and more material possession, give up their wealth, give up their racial arrogance, and eliminate madness for worldly power. Okay, material wealth and possession alone cannot bring peace and happiness to the minds of people, and the key to real and lasting peace lies in what we call mental disarmaments. So what is mental disarmament? Okay, disarming our mind from all kinds of poisonous defilements such as greed, hatred, and jealousy, or egotism, etc. So now, what's the role of religion in resolving the world peace? No, religion not only inspire and guide us in our world, but also religion provide necessary tool to reduce the greed by practicing charity, to overcome hate and aversion by giving kindness, okay, or forgiveness to any people, no, na meron tayo, and to remove ignorance with the development of wisdom. So, the religion, it has many, even though that it has many part in the major conflict in the world, no, that meron din siyang part in constructing the resolution within the conflict, no? So differences in religions, specifically the belief and practices that we have, should not hinder the progress of various religionists working for a common cause. Okay, religious leaders must work in harmony, remove jealousy, and cooperate in the true spirit of service. In that way, we will promote camaraderie, understanding, and friendship. Okay, we should let religions to teach peace, hindi yung nagtutunggalian, no? Hindi yung nagpaparinigan, hindi yung nagpo-produce na kung sino lang ba ang magliligtas. No, hindi dapat gano'n, no? Dapat pinopromote natin specifically tayo if we are part of religion. Alam ko naman na tayo ay part ng religion. Lahat naman tayo may religions tayo, no? So dapat hindi tayo yung nagsisimula ng paikipag-competition. Okay? Dapat we spread the good news, spread the peace. Okay? Para hindi na tayo nagkakaroon ng conflict within other nations or other people. Okay? So to wrap up this topic, no, meron lang ipapanood sa inyo na video. So, ano yung lyrics, no? Ang tawag dito. Yung lyrics yung i-focus nyo doon sa papanood ko sa inyo na video, no? Doon kayo mag-focus. Message ng video, no? Can we practice what we preach? I hope that as an educated